Hello, Taurus, and happy April 2019 to you. I've got your forecast here. I think you're going to enjoy it very much because, as you know, on the 20th of April, the sun goes into your sign. And whenever the sun enters our sun sign, even before it makes a conjunction with our natal sun, we start to come alive because the sun is the giver of life, and the vibration, the energy from the sun, and for that matter, just about any planet, when it moves into a new sign, if you are tuned in, you feel it. So let's talk about this. I'm going to start, obviously, with the sun. Now, the sun, the giver of life, wherever it is in your chart, that's the area that comes alive, even if there's no planet there. So in your solar chart, the sun is in your 12th house of the spirit plane, of behind the scenes activities. This is a time when you want solitude and privacy, and when you can make plans, because behind the scenes, when you are behind the scenes, it gives you an opportunity to do what you want away from prying eyes. Now, the 12th house is also the spirit plane. And this is a terrific time to pull back, retreat, and get in tune with the source within, the divine source within. Make your plans. And then on the 20th, when the sun moves into Taurus, crosses your solar ascendant, you come alive. You can take those plans and put them into action, into operation. And on the 22nd, 2 days after the sun enters Taurus, it forms a conjunction with Uranus. Now, Uranus is the rebel. Uranus is explosive. Uranus says, I want liberation. I'm busting loose. And so you may find that you're feeling quite alive and almost electrified by the sun's conjunction with Uranus. The entire world, of course, will be feeling this on some level. In your case, with your sun conjunct Uranus, your own sun, in your sun sign, it can be terrific. You will feel charismatic. You will feel electrified. And of course, Uranus is going to be in your sign for a few more years. So you're able to really come alive, liberate yourself, and express a new you. And you'll feel that, get a taste of it on the 22nd. Now, since we're talking about the sun beginning in the 12th house, now I'm going to back up. Mercury, the blue planet, and Venus, the pink planet. Mercury is our conscious mind. It's what we think about and talk about. And in the 11th house, it's about talking about your hopes and wishes. To whom? To your friends. The 11th house is friends, groups, hopes, and wishes. And so there can be lots of communication with old friends, making new friends. And since Mercury is in Pisces until the 17th, there can be a dreamy, inspired tone to your thinking. Now, Venus, the pink planet, is love and beauty. And wherever it is in your chart, that's what you love. That's what you think is beautiful. It too is in beautiful Pisces. And so this can be a very artistic, creative time for you with both Mercury and Venus in Pisces. However, in addition, with Venus in the 11th house of friends, hopes, and wishes, you're going to love being with your friends. They are just going to fill you up. So plan social events, gatherings with friends until On the 17th, Mercury enters Aries, moves into your solar 12th house. And this is a little different. Mercury in Aries is thinking very directly, very clearly, very logically, but it's in the 12th house. So there can be an impatience to your thinking and still a certain amount of confusion while Mercury is still in your 12th house. Venus, you love being with your friends. On the 17th, Mercury enters the 12th house on the 17th. Venus enters Aries and the 12th house on the 20th. And this is when you really love your solitude and privacy. Your love nature is very active, and there may be situations, social situations, that you just want to keep to yourself. You will find that when both Mercury and Venus are in your 12th house, you enjoy your own company more. Now, Mercury enters the 12th house on the 17th while the sun is still there. And so those, until the 20th, when the sun crosses your ascendant, you're going to want more solitude and privacy. When the sun crosses the ascendant, that's when you hit the ground running. Venus enters the 12th house and Aries on the 20th, the very same day that the sun moves into your first house. And so Venus indicates, yes, you want you love your solitude and privacy and do enjoy dreaming about what you like to do. If you are an artist or creative in any way, the 12th house, Mercury and Venus are truly divine inspiration. Okay, we've done the sun. I had to start with the sun because it's in your sign. Look at Mars, the red planet. Mars is in your second house of money. Mars is what we throw ourselves into. It's what we fight with and fight for. And I have found that when Mars is in our second house, we put all of our energies into wherever it happens to be, in this case, the second house, and you can create more money. Now, what happens is there is the getting and spending of money with Mars in our second. And since it's in Gemini, that moves fast and can create dual streams of income. Just focus on your money. And with the getting and spending part, there's a flow. It's a fast flow. This is fabulous. Now, we also have a couple of lunations I want to talk with you about. First of all, the new moon. This is a time when new projects begin, because the energy is forming. The new moon is on the 5th of April in 15 degrees of Aries. Find 15 degrees of Aries in your birth chart, because that is where the energy begins to move forward. And of course, depending on what time of day and what city you were born in, this new moon is going to be in any one of 12 houses, which to me is very exciting. Okay, that's the new moon. And it starts growing. And for 2 weeks, it grows and grows and grows until it comes to full. Now, the full moon is when things pop. They come to a head. This is a very interesting full moon. It is in 29 degrees of Libra. Find 29 degrees of Libra in your birth chart, because that is where things are going to come to a head. They will bear fruit. When I say come to a head, it doesn't mean anything negative. It means they bear fruit. And the full moon is the 19th of the month. Now, because the full moon is 1 degree behind your 7th solar cusp, this means that the whole 7th house is activated in a hidden manner. And I don't know how it will manifest in your life, but a full moon is a full moon is a full moon. And so partnership is what is triggered. Relationships come to a head. And there can be uh, subtle ways of interacting with people that can be very positive for you. Okay, that's the new moon and the full moon. But you notice I have a solar eclipse up here and a lunar eclipse down here. I'm talking about the two eclipses we had in January, because eclipses are major points in our lives. We feel them about a week before they occur and until the next pair of eclipses come along, which are usually about 5-6 months later. But eclipses are at their peak 3 to 4 months after they occur. Well, guess what? 2 eclipses in January are now at their peak, April and May. So, the first eclipse was January 5th. It was a new moon, a solar eclipse. It was in 15 of Capricorn. Find 15 of Capricorn in your birth chart, because this is the area where things start moving forward. And what I have found is 3 to 4 months after the eclipse occurs, and maybe has been sitting there for 3 months, that's when it kicks in. So everything relating to travel, higher education, your truth, your principles, your concepts, your beliefs, as well as long distance travel and higher education, all of that is activated. Are you thinking of going back to college? Are you thinking of taking a long trip? Get your passport ready. This is a perfect indicator of long distance travel. And getting your belief system straight for you, telling your truth. I love it. Then the lunar eclipse on January 21st. That's the full moon. And this is when things come to a head. So look at here. The full moon, the lunar eclipse on January 21st was in 1 degree of Leo. It was something like 0 Leo 53. So I'm just rounding it up to 1 degree of Leo. And so here it sits at the very foundation of your chart in the area, the 4th house, of home, family, real estate, and everything that fulfills emotional security. So on the one hand, we got you traveling to faraway places with strange sounding names. And on the other, your home and family beckon. So are you thinking of buying a house, selling a house, renovating a house, spending more time with family? Maybe they are the ones at a distance. Just kind of make notes, journal, because hindsight being 20/20, you'll be able to look back and see where these wonderful eclipses occurred in your birth chart and how they manifested. And so, till next month, when once again we take a look at your solar chart, this is Maxine Taylor saying, may the stars shine brightly on you and yours.